what is Dark Night of the Soul? This video is so important that I didn't even finish drying my hair because I really need to get this out there and get this out to everybody who will watch, pay attention. We're all going through what's called a spiritual death right now, okay? We have many spiritual deaths throughout our lifetime. This is how we evolve. Basically, the first part of our lives, we're supposed to make mistakes, screw up, and hopefully not life lesson altering mistakes that we have to continue on, but hopefully we can rectify these mistakes or learn lessons, powerful lessons. We learn the most, remember this, we learn the most from our traumatic bad experiences. These are the things that cut us to the quick of us. It goes beyond ego, people. The dark night of the soul is about the ego going away. Okay, the ego gets in the way. The ego tells you that you can't be happy in the here and now. You've heard me say this. I'll be happy when I get that job next week. I'll be happy when I move to a new house. I'll be happy when I date that guy over there. We're never happy in the here and now. And this is the biggest mistake we've made, because I've explained to you, let's see here, about the consciousness, the vibrational sequence that your body is in with Mother Gaia, okay? And depending on the consciousness that your level that you're at, anger, you can see anger is in the lower ones. It would be shame, guilt, so forth and so on. These are all negative emotions. This holds you in a lower vibrational state. This is what I talk about when healing the shadow self of you. The shadow self of you is stuck in these lower chakras, okay? It's about your primeval fight for flight, survival. The first part of your life is about survival. It's learning lessons, surviving, making mistakes, and hopefully picking up and carrying on from those mistakes. The second part of your life, which is the dark night of the soul, you're coming out. You're like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon right now, okay? And what I mean by this is that, again, Edgar Cayce describes it best, the sleeping prophet. He would actually go to sleep on books, and in the morning as a child, and in the morning he would wake up and all that knowledge of the book would be in his head through osmosis. Osmosis is a wonderful thing. Our bodies do it, our cells do it. We do it spiritually with the universe. We do osmosis. We're always sending our energy up. They're always sending energy back down to us if we are connected and in the moment. So important being in that moment. So, what is Night of the Dark Soul? I did take some notes down this morning from Angelics. Night of the Dark Soul is a new form to appreciation for mortality, okay? Now you're questioning your mortality and your immortality. Do I continue on after I die? What is after? What is the whole point of life, which is love, by the way, and making connections with people. As you go through this night of the dark soul, as you go through this night of the dark soul, you're going to find you're going to lose some people in your life. Because as you go up in frequency and as you start to ascend, those that are still in the old matrix, the old not truth, seeing the puppets and not seeing the reality that is really there. But again, your reality is your belief system. So again, you can change the way you see things. You can change the way you feel about things, okay? Dark night of the soul takes you to the depths of your soul, okay? It breaks you down. It wants to alienate you, because when you're around and you're loving everybody and life's going good, you're not thinking about the depression. You're not thinking about the stuff that you have to work on in you. It's about taking responsibility for yourself. And what I mean by is, if you make a mistake, stand up to it and say, you know what? That was my fault. Forgive me. I'm still in my human form. I screw up. Okay? Be forgiving of yourself. Be forgiving of others. 1 second. I dropped something. And I don't know where it went to. That's great. Something's working against me here. Okay. So my notes have just disappeared on me. That's crazy. Okay. All right. Here we go. Glad I'm not doing this live. Okay, so now we have the vibrational consciousness. Anger, 150, not good. Pride. Pride is part of that ego thing. Courage is actually part of the ego thing a little bit too, but in a good way. It's okay to have your ego involved in your life because your ego does serve a purpose. It gets you to point A to point B without killing yourself. It will tell you not to take risks. I'm taking a risk right now. I am coming out of my comfort zone. I like being behind the scenes and hiding in the shadows, and I'll deal with the spirits as I got to deal with them, and I'll help out in the museum. This is massively taking me out of my comfort zone. I have done automatic writings with the angels for about 15 years now, and I'm coming out now to my family. My mother, who can be a little judgmental at times, just worried about protective wise. People are going to think you're crazy. I'm really amazed with her, and this kind of shows her ascension too, going up. She told me how proud of me she is, and she told me if you were talking to Lucifer, we'd have a talk. But you know what? You're saying good things, and you're sending good messages out there. Why not? Okay, so I took a chance with my family. Now they know what I do. They know I play with ghosts and stuff, and they know I do exorcisms and all that stuff, but they didn't know about the angelic part of it. So I'm coming out. We're all coming out of our comfort zones right now. It's pushing us beyond where we need to be. Our lives become stagnant. We get into that automatic pilot mode. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be doing great things here, people. We're not supposed to be, raising families, great things. Working, you got to do what you got to survive. But there's more to life than this, okay? So I'm going to get back to the dark night of the soul when the cleansing begins. And this is so true because in order to start anew, and this is actually as above, so below, here's that term again, as it's happening to us, it is happening to the government. If you've noticed, it's happening to the medical part. Have you noticed? Everything is breaking down right now because it's not working. There's too many lies. There's too many things. This is all about the golden age, the moment of truth. This is about learning your authentic truth and becoming your authentic self. This is the breaking down of Night of the Dark Soul. It makes you question why you're here, what your purpose is, where are you going. We all have days we don't want to carry on. That's part of it. When you find that new appreciation for mortality, and it will come, I promise you, you understand the importance of freedom. So important, the freedom thing. That's the gift that God gave us. Free will. Why not use it? Why be a sheep? Why follow the herd? When you know you're supposed to be a pioneer, you're supposed to be breaking boundaries. This is the reason why you don't fit in with your family and fit in with your friends. You're meant to be a pioneer. You're meant to explore, adventure out, discover who you are, not who they are. And again, when somebody tells you you can't do that, that's their limitations, not yours. Don't put that on you. Don't take that heaviness upon you. But I will be honest with you, as you go through this night of the dark soul, you will shut away people that are not of your vibration. This is part of it. This is that breaking down. You don't want people in your life that are telling you all negative things. You can't do this. You have no power. Cat's crazy. All right. I'm a little crazy. You got to be crazy to do this stuff. You really do, because I'm working between worlds here. If you think about it, I raise myself up. I talk with angelics. Archangel Michael's the main one that I talk to. Zeus, yes. Hey, I'm crazy. I talk to Zeus very frequently. He is keeper of the skies. I work with lovely beings, Hecate. She's keeper of magic. She's keeper. She brings souls to the underworld. I'm not saying hell. I'm saying underworld of souls that they're not sure where they need to be. So they collect them there. She also controls demons. So I do work with her to learn, not disrespectfully treat the demons wrong. I want to save them. I want to save everything. And that's what it's all about. I want to save everything. Everybody asks me, what can I do to make my psychic powers better? Help somebody with them. When you use your psychic abilities to help heal somebody or to help give answers to a question that somebody might be searching for, that's the seeker in the tarot cards, the seeker. Okay. When you sit here and help people, they give you more psychic abilities to help more. It's crazy. Since I've done 2 classes so far on this enlightenment. Okay. And since I've done this, I have had crazy things that normally I'm not that in tune with stuff. I'm in tune, but usually I'm too busy in the future, in the past, not in the present moment. I've been in the present moment this last week, and let me tell you what's happened. I called my friend Mike the other day, and I said, where are you going? He said, what do you mean where I'm going? I said, you're driving in your car right now. And he says, did I just pass you on the road? I said, no, I can see you driving in your car. I remotely viewed my friend driving in his car. It blew him away. It freaked him out. Okay. I also got up the other morning and I went to the bathroom. And as I'm walking back to bed, I hear Michael's about to call you. It was Archangel Michael telling me. And I said, yeah, okay, got it. And just as I put my head down on my pillow, my phone rang, and guess what it was? It was my friend Mike. So anyway, I have a lot of crazy things going on. So again, the more you use your psychic abilities to help other people, healing, remotely viewing, helping with the situation, even just giving them advice, even just saying, hey, I'm not sure exactly what you should do, but go check out Kat's videos. She could probably help you a little bit, you know? Even just sliding somebody by to the next person that's going to help them it's a miraculous thing. It really is. When you go out of your way to take a moment to help somebody else in need, that is a beautiful thing. It really is. How do you feel? Let me ask you, when you walk into a store and you're holding the door, say for an elderly woman, and she walks through the door, oh, bless you, my child. You know, she does that thing to you. And how do you feel afterwards? You feel good. It almost feels like you almost got like an angel on your back tapping you. I'm proud of you. That's the connection with angelic. It is. You have felt it. We all feel it. You think I'm special for talking to angels? I am. No. We all have this ability. You just got to get through Night of the Dark Soul. And guess what, people? I went through it too. It usually will bring on an attachment. You will have an attachment that's saying to you, why are you still here? Why haven't you died? You're useless to society. They tell you very bad and negative things. Why? Because your frequency is low. If we go back to the consciousness scale, here we go. All right, so if you go back to the consciousness scale, lower frequencies work in the lower emotions. Do you see these emotions down bottom that are in the lower frequencies of your chakra system? It's anger. So they're going to tell you anger. They're going to tell you negative things. So how do we rise above this? We meditate, we do Tai Chi, we move energy, we get out, we take walks in nature, we ground and center ourselves, we do earthing with our feet, physically putting your skin of your feet on the ground. You're exchanging energy and you're removing toxins, not just from your physical body, but from your spiritual body. Why wouldn't you want to make yourself feel better? You know, let's feel good. Let's get out and ground ourselves. Take a walk in the ocean. Greatest thing ever. Salt water cleanses spiritually, physically, everything, your etheric body, everything. It cleanses it all. We came from the ocean. why not go home and take a shower? You know? So let's move on to the next thing that I just wanted to mention to you about. So the 7, this is the night of the dark soul right here, people. The 7 stages. First stage, you're waking up to the truth. Okay? You realize that there's more to life than algebra. How many times did you use algebra this week? Okay? They teach you stupid shit in school. Excuse my language. They teach you stuff in school that is not really beneficial to knowing, hey, I'm powerful. Why didn't you teach me that in school? I have ways I can manipulate my environment. I have ways I can do certain things to manifest certain things to my life that I need at this moment. You know, it's not about religion, but damn, teach kids how to pray. Talk to God. Talk to something wonderful. You know? Instead, they're not. They're running amok. So anyway, this is going to be 2. Stage 2. This is going to trigger an event in your life going through this dark night of the soul. A trauma, sexual experience, physical abuse, all these things are in stage 2. It's making you deal with the darker side of you. Stuff that you've buried away for years and you don't want to deal with. That is an anchor holding you in that lower vibration. The only way you are going to break free in God, please contact me if you need help breaking free from this stuff. I will help you. I'm a great spiritual advisor, okay? If you need help breaking free from this, contact me, DM me, whatever. I will help you. I will give you beautiful meditations for healing the shadow self, dealing with shadow work, forgiving people that shouldn't be forgiven, but you're going to forgive them for you, not for them, so you can move on, so you can advance, so you can meet your soul contracts that you agreed to meet when you came here. Okay, and we'll talk about soul contracts in just a second. All right, so this is going to be the darkest time in your life. You're going to feel alone. You're going to feel alienated. And of course, with this comes in sickness. You will have the gut is the primary sickness area. Because your gut is in motion. Did you know that the only part of your body besides your cheeks when you blush is the lining in your stomach? And this goes to show you, and you can look that up, but this goes to show you that the emotion that you feel affects your gut. So if you're burying things, or you don't want to deal or contend with things right now, you may want to get that shovel up and start unburying this crap, because it's going to keep coming at you. Let me tell you the beautiful dream that Archangel Michael gave to me that ticked me off for a couple of days afterwards. I would tell all my clients, I will help you with any demonic issue you have unless I hear the word legion. I have a nice life. Legion means 2,000 angels or 2,000 demons. Okay. So when I hear the word legion, it's later, have a nice life, here's some holy water. Okay. That was a fear I still had that I had to contend with. And if you don't contend with it, the angels will make you deal with it. And this is how they did it to me. I went to bed. I went to sleep. I started seeing myself, and it's so weird. I started seeing myself in third person now. I am actually watching myself sleep in a bed. So I'm here watching myself here, okay? So in this dream, this is what they did to me. It's going to come back to that in a second. In this dream, I want you to picture the blackest black that you can imagine. You can't see walls anywhere. It's like being in a gigantic car garage, okay? This is what it felt like to me. I knew there was something above my head, but I couldn't see it. just darkness. And below my feet, all I could see was darkness. And everywhere I could see was just darkness. And then all of a sudden, something started to illuminate in the darkness. I started seeing light shining off these rectangular things that were standing everywhere. And as I started walking closer to them, I realized these were all caskets, standing upright, glass caskets. And in every single casket was something that I hate, and they were clowns, evil clowns. I don't like evil clowns, so they threw two of my fears into my dream. Hey, why not? Let's have a party, okay? So I'm looking at these caskets, and none of these clowns are moving. I'm looking at their faces, Bozo, Pennywise. All these clowns are there. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at one of them, and he blinks. And I said, oh, shit. I back up, and as I back up, something grabs me from behind and puts me in a bear hug, lifts me off the floor in a full right bear hug. I started screaming, you can't touch me, I'm a child of God. And as soon as I spit those words out, he dropped me. So I started running for my dear life. And let's make it even worse. For some reason in this dream, I was meant to find my daughter Sarah and my son Jason. That was in my head. I'm drastically running from these things, trying not to get killed, but in the meantime, looking for two of my 4 children. I would find Sarah and no Jason. I would find Jason and no Sarah. Or I'd find the keys to my car and ready to go, and I had nobody with me. I'm running up and down stairs. In fact, I remember one staircase, it had a chain link fence going up it. So if something came to the top and came to the bottom while I'm running up it, I'm screwed. So I'm running up here, and I have a doctor. Maybe it was Dr. Ray. I had a Dr. Clown, because he had, remember the white coat, chasing me up the stairs. I ducked around the side of the stairs, and as he ran by me, I ran back down the stairs. I remember this was the weird part. The angels always put angels in your dreams. You don't know that they're angels. You think that they're normal people. But how you know that they're angels? You feel so comfortable talking to them. You feel like they're family to you. I remember coming across the bleachers. There was a big, huge clown sitting there. Remember, I don't like clowns. Why did I feel the need to go sit with this clown? I remember him. I'm going to describe him distinctly. This dream was so vivid. He was all in white, okay? His makeup around his mouth was tattered and kind of cracking and peeling away, but he had the huge Y incision down his stomach and his sternum that they do for autopsies. I remember that distinctly. It was cut, a gigantic Y. He had this big, huge belly. And I remember sitting there side view and looking at his big belly and this big Y that's cut down his chest and in his stomach and all these huge stitches everywhere. I felt bad for the guy. It's like, oh my God. But I sat down with him and I reached over to him and I said, have you seen my children? And he looked at me, and I remember the look he gave me. He said, no, Catherine. He winked at me. And he says, but you keep looking, you're going to find them and you're going to win. That's what he told me. And I actually leaned over and I gave him a little kiss on the cheek and I took off. I actually think that was the first time I saw Archangel Michael pretending to be a corpse. They do that. So anyway, I'm running around still looking for my kids. Finally, I get into this again. I don't see walls. It's all black. It's like running, but you can't see trees. You're just running in the blackness. That's all it is, with things chasing you. It's crazy. I finally get to this huge, I don't know, like Coliseum stadium room. And again, it's still dark. And I look down and I'm standing on a box. It's like a soapbox, like a wooden soapbox from the olden days. And I'm standing on it and I'm about a foot and a half above everybody. And I'm watching legions upon legions of demons now. They are surrounding me. Are you hearing me? They're surrounding me. I'm going to die. I hear behind me, Catherine, look at your right hand. And I look, and my right hand is up in the air like this. And he says, look what is in your right hand. It's a sword. He says, this is my sword. This is your protection. Now look at your left hand. I had my left hand like this. I was actually giving a spiritual tomahawk, believe it or not, from Lily, which is my spirit guide that taught me my shamanism. I'm holding, he says, look how you're holding it. I'm not holding it like I'm going to throw it. I'm holding it sideways. And he said, this is your shield, he says to me. And all of a sudden, the charge of the demons started coming closer. This legions, and there was more than one legion there. I mean, there was legions there, started charging at me. And I remember holding that sword up so high and saying, you can't touch me. I'm a child of God. A bolt of lightning came down and it hit that sword. I remember it to this day. I still remember the feeling of it. It went through, the energy went through the sword, the metal of the sword, and it went into my hand and it went into my body and it charged me. I was on fire. You can't touch me. And I'd bring that sword down and I was blowing up groups of demons with one cast of that sword, and boom, boom, boom. It was like a video game. It was so cool. This is a dream. Okay. I blew them all. I blew them all away. Never did find Sarah and Jason. That wasn't the whole point of the dream anyway. It was to make me look for them so I wouldn't just hide in the corner and not do anything. Okay. I woke up from the dream. I screamed. I was pissed. I screamed, what the hell was that? And I heard Archangel Michael saying, come on, Catherine, you had one fear left, and that was Legion, and we wanted to prove to you, you could beat them. You just beat Legion. I said, that was a dream. And this is the weird part. He says, no, it's not, Catherine. And this is when they said, you guys have it backwards. When you are awake, you are asleep. And when you are asleep, you are awake, which means we learn valuable lessons in dream state. This was real. He told me all those demons that I zapped are gone up. They're helping with the balance to bring the good back now, because they know and they realize that as Mother Gaia goes up in frequency into the fifth dimension, there's going to be no place for them to reach humanity. They're not going to have anything to feed off of. So they better stop playing for the good guys, or they're going to be sent back to a place where they can't even reach humanity any longer. So this is all coming to an end. And I know you guys have felt it, the good and the bad. Another thing here, number 4, this is the roller coaster of emotions on the 7 stages of Night of the Dark Soul. Okay. Roller coaster of emotions. I know you've all said this. What is the matter with people these days? They're all gone crazy. They are. People are losing their right now. They really, really are. They're losing their minds, because even the people that want to stay with the blinders and stay closed-minded and not see what's going on, their life as they know it is melting away below their feet, and they're going to have to face this and have to go through Night of the Dark Soul too, and it's either going to make you or break you. And this is the Night of the Dark Soul, and this is what it does. You question your sanity. Raise your hand if you've questioned your sanity. Am I crazy? Am I hearing this? Am I feeling this? Am I seeing this? Okay. The next step is you question why you are here. Now you're getting a little bit more analytical. Now you're getting more into philosophy. What is my life's purpose? I'm going to tell you what your life's purpose is to bring light to this planet, is to love everybody and to care and to love everybody, no matter black, white, gay, purple, pink. I don't care. If somebody's loving somebody else, God loved them for finding that love and wanting to share that love with another person in this egocentric times. This is a planet that is hell. This is the densest dimension your soul can go to. Do you understand this? This is where we learn the life lessons. This is where we're either going to be made or we're going to break ourselves. We're going to give up. And guess what? You have to come back and do it again if you give up. So you may as well get it right and move on. You got better things to be doing. I want to be an angel sitting on a cloud playing a harp, or I want to be a fairy in another life playing with flowers and singing and having s'mores by the fire. I have all these things I want to do. I don't want to come back and repeat a lesson because I didn't get it the first time, because my ego got in the damn way. This is part of the dying of the ego. The ego needs to get out of the way. The angels tell me the karmic debt is due, and this is how it works. The karmic debt is the crap. Do you realize that all the negativity here on earth is actually brought in by humanity? And it's humanity that brought demons in? That's crazy. It's the negative things we do. It's the negative acts we do. It brings these things closer to you. So how do you get a demon out of your life? Do good things. Spread good love. That's why a demon comes near me. I love you. It's going to get away from me. Or I'm going to transmute it with that love. It has a choice. If it wants to go up, I'll send it up. I'm more than happy to do that. I'm about saving everything. I don't care. Good, bad, ugly. I don't care. I'm going to save it. And if I have to go down saving it, I shall go down saving it. This is my vow that I made with God. This is why I talk to angels. This is why they share important things with me. And this is why I wish to share these important things with you. So moving on to discovering your life's purpose, to attuning balance. This is the chakra system I'm trying to stress to you guys. You guys don't realize it, but there's a method to my madness here. I'm trying to help balance you with the chakras. I'm trying to help balance you with emotion. How do you control the spiritual realm with emotion? Okay. You need to deal with your fears, whether you want to or not. And the sooner you deal with it and go through this spiritual death, we create blocks in our chakra system. They're emotional blocks, things we don't want to deal with. I'm not dealing with that today. Okay. The karmic debt is due. And what I mean by this is, if your father was an a-hole and he dies and he never took that responsibility for saying, hey, I was a jerk and I'm sorry, and so forth and so on. And I have people in this class right now that I'm helping them deal with that side of their family because they have passed away. And their karma is going to be passed down to the children. If the children want to deal with it, they can actually work through it spiritually, which I'm doing with them right now. Or it can become part of their karma, and then when they get near death or after death, they're going to have to deal with it, unfortunately, because the karmic debt is due. It's getting passed down in lineage to your family. So the next time you want to be stupid and do something really, really mean, just think about this. If you don't rectify that crap, that's going to go down to your children, and they're going to have to deal with it. So why not make it right? And say, I'm going through the darkness of the soul, dark night of the soul. So I'm going to embrace that. I'm not going to give into the depression. The worst thing you can do is sit in your room by yourself on your bed with your clothes, with the blinds closed in the darkness, because you're feeding the negativity. You're not helping the night of the dark soul to play out. And unfortunately, it lasts more than just one night. Okay. The darkness of the soul, when you go through this, it usually does lead up to the release of the Kundalini, which I talked about. I will talk a little bit more about it right now. So in Sanskrit, the chakras, okay, means disc. And you have 7 major ones in your body. We have up to 114 above us, below us, in us, around us. There are many. But the 7 major ones that are in our body that we work off of, we can maintain those, we can balance them, we can stay connected to things, and it will help us go through this night of the dark soul. When I talk about grounding and centering, this isn't something to be taken lightly. This is going to save your butt. This is going to make you decide whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day. If you can cop a squat under a tree for 5 minutes, put your roots down into the ground, take a deep breath, prana work, amazing. You instantly raise your frequency up. You instantly see things from the neutrality or the love zone instead of saying, oh, why is all this crap happening to me? I keep dropping things on the floor. I got a problem with this gravity thing. I need my wings. I need to fly. Okay. Number 7. The whole purpose of this is to become the best version of yourself is number 7. You are going from the caterpillar, the pupa stage, and you are going into the chrysalis. You are going into the metamorphic stage. You are becoming that beautiful monarch butterfly. You will fly. I will make sure you fly. I want to help you guys. So, Night of the Dark Soul, it can affect you physically. It can make you sick. If your vibration is low and you keep it low, it will make you sick. And it does affect the stomach area. And there is somebody in chat that's being affected that way as well. I went to bed last night and I was going to do this video later on this week. And no, this needs to be heard now, Catherine. I was going to sleep and I heard, Catherine, your collective family of light is here. No, we need to get this video up. There's so many people going through depression right now. It's an ego death. It's an ego death. It's exactly what it is, because your ego is not your true authentic self. And that's what you're trying to find right here. You're trying to find your true authentic self. Archangel Michael, he teaches 3 things: courage, strength, and truth. He's about seeing the truth. I mentioned in one of my other videos that look at a diamond. It has many facets. It's got many sides. It's got many different perspectives depending on which view you're looking at. Same with people. Everybody has their own truth. Don't let somebody tell you what your truth is. Know who you are. Know what you're becoming. And as the angels say, Catherine, you're better off than most because you know what you're supposed to be. A lot of people are just like a pinball game, going through life and just bumping off stuff and bumping around and just going where they got to go and getting drunk and getting high. And this is how people deal with the night of the dark soul. They drink. They get high. They bury. You got to unbury. You can't bury, all right? I lost a client recently and it really bothered me. This is powerful stuff, guys. Seriously, it's really powerful stuff. And if I can help you, I want to help you. So, at this note, know your truth. Stay strong. Keep on shining your light. Much love and light. Shine, 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 guys. Shine, shine, shine.